Hey folks, this is Scott at the Ex-Fed Homestead. Just wanted to let you know that this last week concluded the Topsfield Fair, which is the oldest fair in the United States. It's right here on the North Shore of Boston, where I live, and it's the biggest thing in the county every year. So I'm going to make this an annual event that the Ex-Fed Homestead crew goes off to the Topsfield Fair and brings you the news of what happens there, particularly the results of the annual pumpkin contest. This is a big deal in this area, and I thought you should get a look at it. So stay tuned, there are a few surprises afoot as well with regards to some of the vegetables that I entered in this year's Topsfield Fair. This is the first year that I've been retired and have been able to spend a little more time in my garden, so we'll see what the results were of that. Stay tuned. The famous Topsfield Fair just ended this past week. The Ex-Fed Homestead crew was there for a rainy opening night. The Topsfield Fair is the oldest fair in the United States, attracting 500,000 people during its 10-day span. That's quite a crowd for a town of 6,500 people. I like a rainy day at the fair as it keeps it from becoming too crowded. But it also unfortunately diminishes the take of the folks who make part of their living there. Nonetheless, we did our very best to support the vendors during opening night. Another reason for going to the fair was to check out the vegetable competition, as I had entered a few veggies into the competition the prior evening. I was very interested to see how the vegetables from the Ex-Fed Homestead stacked up against other vegetables in the county. Now this is the vegetable barn, and the rains kept the crowds away, because I can tell you in past years these have been full on opening night. But there is every kind of vegetable to be imagined in here, and some pretty sizable pumpkins, but not as big as we'll see later in the pumpkin runoff that's being held in the main arena. But there are a bunch of vegetables here, and I actually was able to enter some. Those big carrots over there. Those carrots right there, those are mine. And let's take a look. Go over the top here and see what we won. Oh, that is a second place ribbon right there. So that's great. Let's see what else is on here. I put in a few more vegetables. And there is first place for the onions. Those are my onions right there. And that's nice. There's some other competitors right there. Different styles of onions too. But this is the first time I've gotten a first place ribbon. So I'm really pretty happy about that. Here are all the potatoes. A lot of potato entries. And right there is another first place ribbon. Those potatoes right there, that's me. There's some other Yukon Golds there, but it's nice to be right up there in front. This is I can't believe another first place ribbon. That's really outstanding in my mind. There we go. Well, second place. Those are some good sized ones, but they're not as uniform as the first place ones there. The pepper competition was fierce, but I didn't grow peppers this year. But there's some really beautiful specimens. But there are some green ones over here. Hot peppers. Look at those. They look like they got a coat of wax on them. Very nice. There are so many different kinds of tomatoes. Even green tomatoes are in there. Some yellow tomatoes, orange tomatoes. I didn't enter any tomatoes in. Cherry tomatoes. A lot of different varieties. Oh my goodness. Here is another first place. That is something for sugar pumpkins. Sugar pumpkins have a category that goes up to 4 pounds. And those ones weighed 4.18. This one here was 4.18, so it went into the next size category. But look at that. I can't believe it. What a night. Big night here at the Topsfield Fair. Hey folks, quick break in the video just to show you something. Got an envelope from our friends at the Topsfield Fair, and they sent me a check, right, for $36. I think you can see that. So big winnings at the fair, and that was for 3 first place ribbons and 2 second place ribbons for vegetables that I entered. So very exciting year here at the homestead for that. And what's interesting is they also send you a little spreadsheet of what you won, and it's kind of funny to look at. If you can see it here, let me get my glasses on. Let's see, for second place, if you can see this, for second place with carrots, 5 carrots over 7 inches, I got second place, and that's worth $5. And then first place for my yellow onions was $7. So $5 for second place, $7 for first place. Also the Yukon Golds, I had to put in 5 of them in to compete. They got $7 for first place. The fingerling potatoes got $5 for second place. But the pumpkin, the medium-sized pumpkin, from 4 pounds to 15 pounds. And remember, my pumpkin was 4 pounds, 4.18 pounds. So it got bumped up from small into the more competitive medium category. And it got $12 for first place. So obviously, the way the numbers are working out here, they take their pumpkins very seriously here at the Topsfield Fair. So that's kind of a great segue into the next segment, which is the annual pumpkin contest, which again, a really big deal around these parts. So let's take a look at that. 1,684 pounds.
Scott, how is it?
Good. Film that. They're bringing in another pumpkin.
The salmon nose must be here.
Oh, 2,000. 2,100. The scale's still moving.
We gotta get the belt off. The belt's about 14 pounds.
The belt weighs 14? All right. It's over 2,074 pounds. That's a 1-ton pumpkin. There it goes. That is a 2,000-pound pumpkin. You see over there on the scoreboard, 2,074 pounds. And the score.
Take a picture and send it to Joseph Father and say excitement and trust. Just under 2,100.
That was 2,198 pounds. Well, that's the winner over there. 2,198 pounds. That is a heck of a pumpkin. Ooh, they got cannolis over there. Oh yeah, that's where we're going. Pulled pork and brisket. Oh yeah. Hot apple crisp. Stay away from the business end of these cows. That's a good looking cow. Oh, they're clearing the road for the procession of the great pumpkin. Oh. $6,500 prize. Look at the size of that pumpkin. That's a Ferris wheel. Look at that. Hey, Topsfield Fair night. Hey. They got the crane holding up the flag. That's the first time they've done that. That is a giant flag. So that's this year's Topsfield Fair, the oldest fair in the United States, located on the North Shore of Boston in Essex County. So that's our look at it this year. I hope you had as much fun watching it as I had making the video and attending the fair. It was a lot of fun for everyone. All our friends enjoy going to it year after year, and it was always a great time for the kids growing up. So that's all for today from the Ex-Fed Homestead. I'm Scott. We'll see you next time.